LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. 3, 2, 1, go! Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. LoveLine, coast to coast.
Hey ho! That's my new greeting.
Oh, am I in? Here we go.
Yeah.
You sound like the neighbor of The Simpsons.
Thank you.
80 hi there, neighbor.
Yeah, Ned Flanders. Hey, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist.
You got a little bit of a head of steam. What's going on?
I took a nap, jumped a little rope, feeling good.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Top of the world, looking down on creation.
You didn't visit the bunker or anything?
Yes, actually I did. I went to a sperm bank today.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Did you win?
Good times.
Did you win?
Now, I can't divulge over the air who won. Me or my partner, Jimmy, in our
but you're feeling good.
masturbatory competition. Yeah.
Yeah, you're feeling good.
Sperm count's nice. Again, I can't get into details. You'll have to see that on the show, but feeling good. You know how they count sperm?
Very carefully.
No, do you know?
Yeah.
You know how it works? I was trying to figure out, how do they count the sperm?
How do they do it? They have a little, don't they?
Yeah, but they can't count they can't
do
count
field.
up to a million.
They do per field.
Yeah, they do, they have a little grid. I guess they look at it under a microscope.
How they
put a
move
little
through
grid,
the
and they see how many are in this grid.
Yeah.
And they count those, and they put 6 zeros behind it.
Yeah.
That's how they figure out how much sperm you have. So, good times. All right.
Now you have a little empathy for my experience producing?
No, I didn't have any difficulty.
No. I mean, did you actually go to a sperm place to produce where they, where they line you up with your buddies and that kind of thing? Yeah.
No, we were in we were in a doctor's office, but there's still, I had to deal with a camera crew. You didn't have to deal with that. All right, let's hop on the phones. Speak to Melissa. Is 26. Melissa.
Hi.
What's up?
I'm 26. I've never had sex before. I have no desire. I want to. I look forward to it, but I just have no desire, inside to do it.
Well, wait a minute. Wait. I'm confused. You want to or you don't want to?
No, I do want to. I'm looking forward to it. I want to, but I
hang on a second. Adam, do you look forward to masturbating?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not really looking forward to it.
Oh,
that sounds like a...
No. I mean, yes.
It's like you...
Drew, that's a trick question. That's not fair to me, testicles.
You have to.
Yeah, Drew, I'm not
but
you're almost a retard in your point making.
I'm not making
every
I'm
time
exploring.
But every time you ask me for something, do I ever give you the answer you want?
Well, you intentionally
Does anybody give you the answer you want?
Nobody ever cooperates.
Yes, I look forward to masturbating.
But the way she says it sounds like there's no drive.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. And what I wanted to ask you was how they have I hear it all over about these pills to increase your sex drive and
like what?
Can I say the name of the product?
These are some things you saw in a magazine.
No, I hear it on the radio all the time.
No.
Your show, I hear it.
Well, don't.
I don't care if she mentions it. But listen, here's the point. If you're 26, you're virgin. No pill's going to help you at this point. There's something going on with you. Now, are you a religious person?
I was for a while, up until and I still am. It was I'm going to wait till I'm going to, until I'm married and all that stuff. But Adam, it's not happening. I don't see it happening. I don't see myself getting married. I don't see myself finding anyone. And
do you have problems with relationships?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I don't. It's not that
Why?
I'm out here in New York. It's not that. I just have never. I haven't found. It's not. I'm not too picky. My cousins tell me I'm picky and all that stuff, but I'm not picky. I just want somebody that's not a felon, someone who one of my girlfriends haven't gotten to already. All
right. I see. Your bar set pretty high. No felons, no ex-boyfriends of your girlfriends. Well, come on, honey. What do you want? Now, listen. How's the rest of your life going?
I'm working. I'm still home, but I'm moving out in May.
All right. You got to get out.
Yeah, you're
definitely.
26, you're still home.
All right. Here's the deal. Don't spaz out too much on guys right now. Listen, everybody. Here's the magic answer to attracting the person you want to be attracted to you. Work on your life. I know it sounds cliche.
Get your ass together.
Move out. You're 26. Get the hell out of the house.
Yeah.
Get your career going. Start going to the gym. Lead one of those lives. You ever see the deodorant commercials?
Yeah.
Lead that kind of life.
110% effective.
That's right.
Yeah.
A lot of rollerblading on the weekends.
Off-roading.
Ski boarding or whatever, wakeboarding and off-road riding, all that good stuff. At the office, try to have a set of plans in your hands all the time. Be pointing at things and having
blueprints.
Say, put people around you, have them nod their head a lot.
Well, also she ought to make sure she's medically okay, because she really does sound like there's an absent drive, and there could be certain mood problems, there could be certain endocrine problems, pituitary function, that kind of thing.
Shay. Caller goes by name of Shay, 23.
Hey, what's up?
How are you doing?
Good.
I had a question.
Yeah.
My boyfriend, he's like a computer geek. He runs this website. Anyways, lately he's been really into the role-playing thing.
On the web?
And he makes me...
No.
Oh.
No, with me during sex.
I see.
Yeah.
What does he make you do?
He makes me, I have no idea what it means, which is why I'm calling in.
What's he make you do?
He makes me say things.
Like
and
what?
I haven't a clue as to what it means.
Okay, this could be good.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a bogus call, but it could be a clever way to do it. Go ahead. What's he make you say?
All your base belong to us. Do you have any idea what that means?
All your what?
All your base belong to us.
I don't know. Well, listen, her line sucks. She sucks. I'm done.
All your baser belongs to us?
I don't know. Don't care.
Yeah.
Just, you know, my new motto is here: cut the losses and move forward.
Move on, yeah.
Just cut them and move forward. I don't know what her deal is. Shiloh, and her connection is horrible, and I can't talk to her. Shiloh?
Lauren, hang on a second. Yeah. Lauren, see if you can figure out what the phrase was. Lauren, see if you can figure out what the phrase was that she was trying to communicate to us.
Yeah, I heard it. It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense to her either. Shiloh?
Uh-huh. I have I got two questions.
All right.
I have one. How long does, chlamydia take in a woman to, make them not sterile?
Well,
sterile?
typically a few months.
A few months, that's it?
Well, potentially.
Okay.
Then we can harbor it for years, but months is enough in some cases.
Yeah, but she wants to know the average.
I don't know the numbers out there.
All right.
Okay, my other question. I, been dating this guy for a long time now, and, I, shake and want to cry while we're having sex.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, and it's not because of, an orgasm or because he's too large or anything.
How about, do you have some emotional reaction to being sexually active? Being close to someone?
No.
Wow, that didn't sound like much of a no.
Yeah.
You ever been traumatized?
No.
No one sexually abused you?
No.
Never been raped?
No.
Are you like this guy you're with?
Yeah, I do a lot. I've been with him for 2 years, and it never happened. Our relationship's been long distance for 8 months, and I'd come up and visit him once a month, and our sex was good, and I would shake though, and
could have just been some women get positive emotional reaction like that during sex.
Yeah. You ever see those preachers who call the guys up to the stage and they faint.
Although wait a minute,
they smack you on the forehead with their penis and they yell, "Come out!" And they just collapse. I like sometimes when they don't want to collapse, they actually push them down. It's like, come on, hey, collapse, let's go.
But listen, you opened up with a question about chlamydia. Now, another thing that occurs to me is sometimes when people have infections and you stir the infection.
No, that was a question for my friend.
All right, okay.
All right. So listen, no trauma in the past. You feel good. You love this guy.
He thinks he's hurting me, though. He thinks that there's something wrong that he's doing to me.
All right, but you don't mind it, right?
No.
Just reassure him. That's all. Just reassure the guy. That's a younger man's reaction. Older guys are just. They have a few women cry on them. A few guys too, probably.
Sure. And don't get pregnant, please. Don't get pregnant.
Wear the condom or use birth control.
John.
Yeah.
You're 18. What's up?
My girlfriend's been on this shot for 9 months, and I think it's Depo-Vera.
Yeah.
I want to know the chances of me getting her pregnant with unprotected sex.
Very remote. It's the same as a birth control pill.
Okay. She said that this was the best form of birth control.
It is one of the best. It is responsible for the drop in the teen pregnancy rate in this country.
It is?
Yeah.
I thought that was us.
Well, we've been part of it, too. We've sent them to get the shots.
Thank you.
So there's no way?
No, it's not no way. But very, very, very unlikely.
Hey, John?
Almost no way.
I'll tell you what. If you two have a kid, Drew will raise it as his own. That's the kind of guarantee he's going to put on this depot.
This child will be the chosen one.
Absolutely.
All right, so it's good chance that I won't.
Not just good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I appreciate it.
All right, there, John. Pull out anyway, just for fun, huh?
All right.
Yeah. Good times.
For the camera?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, for posterity. Bob?
Hey.
Hey, you're 28. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Hey, I'm very sorry I fibbed about my question, but I'll make this quick.
All right.
I've been listening to LoveLine for about 4.5 years, ever since I moved out to the Valley. Big fan.
Great.
However,
A couple of months ago, I had this great idea, stroke of genius, idea for a book, The Wit and Wisdom of Adam Carolla. For about a month, I monitored the show and just gleaned the pithiest comments from Adam.
Wow.
I have some sample pages. I thought I'd fax them over.
Yeah.
If Adam, you like the idea, hey, we could talk about it.
Listen, you write that book, and I will buy it.
yeah, Adam is so lazy, you could just go ahead and write it.
Exactly. So, hey, could I fax over? You want to take a look?
Yeah, why don't you send it over? How many pages you got?
It's about 6 pages, but they're just sample pages.
Well, why don't you wait till you get to 10 pages and then send it over?
Well, no, I mean, I wanted you to see the kind of thing I had in my head.
All right. Well, we'll give you the fax number.
I'd like to see it.
It's
What the hell?
840.
I don't know. We have a new fax
yes,
number
that is
now.
it. That is
Okay,
it.
I'll send it over now. Thanks.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Right.
Take care of yourself. There you go. I'm always disappointed when I hear myself.
Enjoy.
Henry?
Yeah.
Hey, Drew, you want to hear something funny?
What?
Somebody accused me today of somebody came into my office and said that somebody with the what do they call that computer name? What do they call that?
Screen name?
Screen name, whatever. Adam Carolla has been bombarding their show with hateful things and this and that and the other. It was the X show.
Yeah.
And I was saying a bunch of things, and it was my screen name.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think?
Well, first of all, I said, I don't care.
Right.
And then you said, what's a computer?
That's right. Listen, anybody who reads anything on a computer that has my name on it, or anytime anyone is on a computer and you think you're talking to me and there's someone who says they're talking to me, I guarantee you it is not me, because I've never been on a computer. Henry?
Yeah.
You're 15. What's up?
I know what all your base or belongs to us means.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mistranslation of a video game opening. About 1990, a video game called Zero Wing came out in Japan. It was really popular. They tried to translate it into English, and something got messed up.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's been this video circulating on the internet that has the English version of the opening that has a whole bunch of really messed up, English phrases.
Right. Sometimes the translation doesn't work. Like, I was at an arcade once playing a game called Violence Fight. And I stared at the title for like 10 minutes, and I thought, who names their video game Violence Fight? And then I realized there's some Korean company who just, it seemed right.
Yeah.
Someone got an English dictionary and looked it up, and it seemed like it would work. So this is a translation that didn't work.
Yep.
Is there some cult meaning to it? I mean, why would some guy be asking his girlfriend to repeat that?
It's just been circulating around the internet, and there's been like some extended remixes of it. I've even seen a version of it where it had the video sequence running by, and it had the Budweiser commercial where a whole bunch of people are going, "What's up?" playing in the background to it.
All right. Thank you, Henry. We appreciate you shedding light on that.
Enlightened.
There you go.
I feel connected with modern culture.
Yeah, thank God you thought to follow up on that one. Leo?
Oh, hey.
You're 16.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let me say...
I don't believe him already. All right, hold on.
Hang on a second.
I'm throwing out BSing you guys.
Yeah.
But my stepdad and my mom also, like, they're kind of like, they'll walk around, like, the house and stuff, like, without their clothes on.
Have you told them you don't like it?
Like,
yeah, I don't believe the guy. Oh,
Let's
listen.
go back to Shay. I want to hear about that phrase again.
Really?
I just want to talk to her real quick.
Hey, her line sucks.
Shay?
Yeah?
Did you hear that call? Did you hear that
Do you believe me?
We believe you, but we still don't understand why he says it.
I don't understand why he says it either.
Okay. Hey, Drew, let me tell you something about radio and stuff. People are listening now. They don't know what the hell Shay's talking about. I barely know what she's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Shay.
Okay, but what do I do then?
Tell him you don't want to say it.
You got a boyfriend that wants you to do things you don't want to do, right? Don't do them.
There you go.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. Fantastic. Should we go back there later on in the evening?
We'll keep her on hold for a while.
Yes, great.
Nice.
Mike?
Yes.
You're 22. What's up?
Well, I found out that recently I had an STD, genital warts.
Mm-hmm.
And I was curious, for Dr. Drew, I didn't know if he knows this or not. If you were to have intercourse, will it spread up inside of you?
Inside the woman?
No, inside the man, because I have them on my anus.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good?
No. They can get in your urethra, so they can go up inside your penis, and they can get kind of into the opening of the anus there, but the real issue with the anus is that they can cause anal cancer when you get much older.
Yeah, good time.
So it is important that you control these, get them treated.
Yeah. How does one get the warts in one's anus, Drew?
Well, you place a wart against it.
I see. Yeah. What might that wart be attached to?
Penis.
Do tell. All righty. So you got to get that looked at, right?
Yeah.
Drew, how about burning that anus wart off?
Well, how about burn the penis wart off? Well,
I would much... listen, you're a doctor. What do you want to work on, a penis or an anus? Come on.
I don't want anything that ends with us. But be that as it may, there's interferon. There's all sorts of things that can be done beyond burning.
Oh, you got penis, anus, mucus. What are the other S's that are bad times?
They're bad times?
Well, you hear that us at the end, and you know there's trouble.
Yeah.
That is or the us.
That's right.
Yeah. Bad times. Uterus. Another thing to steer clear of.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
You don't warts in your uterus.
All right. Wait a second.
The reason I went to this one, because here you go.
Lucy.
Because there was nothing else up there.
Lucy?
Yeah.
You're 18. What's up?
Well, I experienced pain during intercourse with my boyfriend, and the thing is that I think it's psychological.
Lucy, hang on a second. Have we not had, this is called dyspareunia, is pain with intercourse. We've had dyspareunia week.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of this.
Yeah.
So you think it's psychological? Why?
Because I was sexually abused when I was younger.
Well, that's the way to get it.
And my boyfriend's been he's really supportive of me, and so everything works out okay because we're in a good relationship. But it's just difficult because I don't think that it necessarily has to do with physical stuff. Because whenever I get upset about anything, is kind of when it happins.
Yeah.
Later in the day,
Sure.
if I try to have sex after I've been emotionally upset, then that's when it happens.
Who sexually abused you?
A neighbor boy. He was older than me. I was 5 or 6, and he was a teenager.
No.
Wow. Happened once?
It happened for a year.
Oof. Isn't that amazing, that repetition compulsion?
I'm sure he's got his own family now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some form of the construction trade.
Abuse farm.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've done a lot of work to help myself through it. Kind of I'm a volunteer for the sexual assault support services.
Great. Fabulous.
Just I've done a lot of stuff, and so I feel like I'm over it in some ways, but sexually it's still really hard, and I'm just not sure how to work through this.
There's two things. One is a piece of advice. One is to make sure that you get checked out medically to be sure there's not something else there, right?
Okay.
Because here you are blaming it on something that you have to prove that that's what it is, or exclude other things. But secondly, my hope for the next 20 years is that we'll really learn what the biology of early childhood trauma is, and how these traumatic experiences etch in a biology into your central nervous system.
Yeah.
It's obvious that pathways are established that are not supposed to be there.
See, my hope for the next 20 years is that we can invent something called the karaoke, where we can sing karaoke in the car while we're commuting to work.
Car karaoke, yes.
Yeah, karaoke.
Car karaoke, yeah.
So would you shut up, karaoke? Jesus Christ.
I thought it's something called an ejaculator. I thought you'd be interested in.
That's another thing my team is working on. All right, hey, Lucy?
Uh-huh.
Is karaoke good enough for you, or do we got to call it car karaoke?
No, I think karaoke is good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lucy.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Drew. Shanadel?
Was it Chantal?
What's your name, person? Caller?
Chantal?
Chantal, I think.
Chantal. Okay. What's happening there, Chantal? You're 17.
Yeah. I like about for a month straight, I'd undress myself in my sleep. I'd, like, go to bed, and because it's cold in my room, so I'd go to bed in, like, a jacket and, you know, clothes and everything, and I'd wake up in just my underwear. And I don't remember anything that happened at night or anything.
Well, you got hot during the
You're
night.
obviously being raped by a ghost. I mean, that's the only logical
Or an angel.
explanation.
We don't talk about ghosts and angels.
Yes, angels rape on occasion, too. Yes. So you go to bed, it's cold, you get hot in your sleep, and you take this stuff off.
No, because it's, like, still cold in my room when I wake up, though.
What's up with you, that you don't have heat in your trailer?
Oh, well, we have a fireplace. And
Yeah, they have a fire pit in the middle.
No.
Will you burn tires at night?
No. It's a stove. A wood stove. And
Wood stove?
Yeah.
What stove?
Wood-burning stove?
What century are you calling from?
my,
Who is this, Grizzly Adams?
Benjamin Franklin.
No, see, I can't stand to sleep with my bedroom door open, so I have to keep it shut so the heat doesn't get into my room.
All right. Why can't you sleep with your bedroom door open?
I don't know. I feel uncomfortable.
That's more revealing to us than anything else.
That's a bad sign. Well, are you scared someone's going to come in?
No.
Has anyone ever come in?
No.
I don't understand why a 17-year-old girl would be scared to sleep with the door open.
Well, I don't know. I just don't like having it open ever. Even when I'm in my room, I can't stand to have it open. I have to have it shut.
Where's your dad?
Dead.
What happened? Carbon monoxide poisoning.
No, he was murdered.
Oh, well, that's going to make you feel funny about people
What happened?
attacking you.
He's a drug addict.
Oh, yeah.
Some chick made him OD. She like doped him up or killed him.
She doped him up.
Well, the drug addicts overdose all the time.
Well, no. I live with my grandparents now.
But Chantal, drug addicts overdose. That's how they die. It's just a common thing.
Yeah.
John Belushi, somebody injected him.
Yeah, some chick doped him up, too.
Yeah.
All right, so where are you living? What part of the country?
Nevada.
And your grandparents live in a kind of rustic home?
No, it's a nice house.
But you said a wood-burning stove.
Yeah, because they don't get a lot of money and it's too expensive to run the heater. So.
Okay. All right, well, why not burn pallets from the supermarket? Save yourself some gas. Hey, Chantal, you got to leave your door open so you can get a little heat in there, and then go to bed in a pair of sweatpants and good times.
I have another question.
All right, listen. I'm not sure what she wanted to get at with that. I know she's got another question. I'm scared it's going to be sort of nothing, although we know she's been through a lot, but she's not really copping to anything. Do you think this next one's going to be a good one?
If history is any judge.
It won't be?
But let's just...
But we're such suckers.
Yeah.
Chantal?
Yeah?
What's the next problem?
Well, about a couple years ago, I got really sick one day, and I just kept throwing up, and after that, just about every other day, I'll just throw up out of nowhere repeatedly, and it's happened for like 3 years. And about a couple weeks ago, about maybe a month, I got so sick one day, I just started throwing up over and over again, and they had to take me into the doctor, and the hospital couldn't find anything that was wrong with me. They did blood tests and everything.
Well, if you're vomiting every other day, there's something wrong. And if it's not medical, it's psychiatric, and it needs to be dealt with.
You think it's every other day? Okay.
Even if it's once a week.
Here's the point. It could be an emotional thing. Yeah. Your father was a junkie who was killed by a hooker. I mean, look into some therapy. Spend some of the money that you're currently spending on heating or saving on heating and put it towards some therapy. Talk to your grandparents. We'll be back.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
Tonight, LoveLine is brought to you by Car Toys on 94.7 NRK, the new rock alternative.
Welcome back.
So glad you're here.
LoveLine. Listen up, huh? We're about to 94.7 NRK.
What's the other choice?
All right. Hey, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there.
See, we do care too much. You do too.
I care immensely. Drew and I were just sitting here during the commercial break trying to figure out why more people aren't interested in the psychological condition and bettering themselves. Because let me tell you something, everybody, that's all you got. Your emotions, your psychological condition, that is your survival pack for life. That's the difference between good relationships, good jobs, good life. That's it.
But why are people who are involved in creating media interested in?
I have no idea.
At least sort of making you look at the world differently or experience it differently. A little bit. Just make you think for a second.
I don't know.
Or at least portray reality accurately.
I have no idea. But we're disgusted with all of yous. Right, Drew?
But that's nighttime.
Stacy? Yes.
Yeah, hi.
You're 19.
I'm 19.
What's up?
Okay, first off, the hold music is excellent, that station. But about 3 months ago, I was taken to the hospital and I was told that I was about to die because I have an extensive blood clot in my thigh.
In your where?
In my thigh, right by my genitalia-like area.
In your thigh.
Yeah, way up in my thigh, like my groin area.
Mm-hmm.
And it's blocked up my entire leg. It was completely swollen and fat and obnoxiously painful.
Your leg was swollen up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm worried about it going to my heart and my lungs, so I was there for 10 days, and I'm on blood thinners and doing all these tests. And now I've been with my boyfriend for 8 months, and every time I have sex, I'm not into it. Like, I don't want to have sex.
Mm-hmm. Because you're freaked out about having been sick?
No, well, I was taking off hormones. I was on birth control. I got the blood clot because I was smoking cigarettes and I was on birth control, and it's like a risk factor. And
Yeah, that's still rare at 19, like unheard of rare, in fact. And I hope they're going through an exercise to try to figure out whether or not there's something else putting you at risk.
I've had so many tests. They pretty much came to the conclusion that with the amount of cigarettes I was smoking and my hormones, I just happened to be at the right place at the right time.
Did you see a hematologist?
I saw everyone and anyone in the hospital. My brother-in-law's a doctor, called in the best people.
All right, okay.
So took CAT scan. I had like 3 stalactites or whatever. I don't know. But
Stalactites. They found that in your cave, huh?
I don't know. The little things that hang off the blood clot.
Stacy's going to be a doctor too, you see.
All right, Stacy. What's
Go
up
ahead.
there?
So what's the question?
Basically, I now have... I understand that, like, psychologically I'm not wanting to have sex right now because I'm unprotected.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm allergic to spermicide, which makes it a little more difficult for safe sex. I understand that part, but I don't get off. Like, I can't get any physical pleasure anymore from sex since I've come out of the hospital.
How long have you been out of the hospital?
It's been about 3.5 months.
And you're on Coumadin now?
I'm on Coumadin.
You have anything else?
I take Zoloft, but
The Zoloft shuts you down completely.
But I was taking that before.
Maybe it's interacting with the Coumadin and increasing the Zoloft levels, and that's why it's the Zoloft, I guarantee it.
You were enjoying sex before the hospital.
I was totally enjoying sex.
But I guarantee you it's something to do with the Zoloft.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
What's up? Why do you need the Zoloft?
Part of it, depression, whatever you go through, and they gave it to me, and we're not really sure if it's the right medication, but they don't want to take me off of it because I'm on the Coumadin.
How much Zoloft are you on?
I'm 50 milligrams a day.
Okay, I'm sure it's the Zoloft.
Is there other, like, antidepressants that one...
Yes. Write these down.
Okay.
Wellbutrin,
Oh, yeah?
Cerazone,
Uh-huh.
and Remeron.
Okay.
And those 3 do not screw with your sexual functioning so much.
All right.
If at all.
Good times. Jennifer?
Yes.
You're 23.
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Actually, first, Adam, I want to tell you that my friend David, like, totally loves you.
All right.
And
Finally, some dudes.
no, not like that way. He just, like, idolizes you. I hear about you all the time from him.
I'm so sorry, Jennifer. What's up?
Okay, me and my boyfriend have been dating for a little over a year now. And it's like how it is one day it'll be, or like for like a week, it'll be totally perfect. He'll be like totally in love with me. Oh, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And then like for a couple of days, he'll like shut down.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he won't call or, you know.
How old is he?
26.
Yeah.
Normal 26-year-old behavior.
Guys do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's nothing to like freak. I mean, like the thing is he's been married too before.
Ooh.
Nope.
And,
How'd that go?
well, they were only married for, less than a year.
Is he sort of just nice to you when he wants sex?
No. I mean, No.
No. Yes. Yeah.
Well, I mean.
Yes.
It's a part of our relationship, of course.
But just think about the timing of these things. Is he nice leading up to that and then disappears for a couple days?
No.
Hmm.
No.
When he comes over, does he come into the house or does he just push his penis through the mail slot?
No, he comes in the door. Hey, how you been? How's your day?
I see. He bangs you in the entry hall and then he leaves?
Yeah, basically, no. Not at all. It's not even like that.
All right. What's he do for a living?
He's a mechanic.
No. That's bad.
No, he's a good mechanic. He's best in the shop.
Yeah, still bad.
Yeah,
Still bad sign. All right, Jennifer.
All right.
Listen, this is what 26-year-old guys do.
Yeah.
Okay.
The I'll tell you something that'll help.
What?
And jump in if you disagree here, Drew.
Okay.
The less pressure you put on him, the more apt he'll be to hang around.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Either it starts getting a little too close for him and he leaves, or he's aiming just for the sex, gets it and leaves. One or the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, and I know that's your angle because you're a passionate man, especially 26. You really have the passion going.
Yeah.
But guys, or at least I'll speak from personal experience, they feel a little crowded. They feel like they need their space,
right.
and then the woman starts encroaching on it because she gets insecure and nervous. She wants to know what's going on, and he really folds up tent and leaves town.
Yeah.
If you just say, hey, need your space? Good, I'll be over here watching TV. The guy will come back around again.
Yeah.
So, ladies, don't give them the full court press when they start retreating. Let them retreat, and then they'll slow down. Thank you.
Yeah.
Zoe?
Hi, Adam. Hi, Drew. Adam, I want to tell you that your nasally drone is music to my ears.
Thank you.
How?
And Dr. Drew, I admire you immensely.
Okay, Zoe, what's going
My
on?
question is, I want to know how I can tell if I'm cured from past child sexual abuse.
Well, there's no cure.
Well, we'll tell you whether you're
My
cured.
relationship. I mean, my boyfriend's worried about this being an issue, but I don't think it is. And I'll tell you why. I was abused by a cousin when I was about 6 or 7 for just a little while. Not bad. No penetration, just kind of molesting.
Touching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
General
And
molestation.
now our sex life is really good, but it's rather kind of kinky, freaky, and wild.
Is that you and your cousin, or?
No, me and my boyfriend.
I see.
And the
I
cousin.
see.
And
And
the
the cousin.
cousin.
No.
No, I don't see my cousin anymore.
How old was he when you were 6?
He was in his 20s.
Ooh. Ugh.
What a dynamite individual.
And I
I'd
wanna
really
tell
love
you-
to meet
and I
him.
want to tell you one more thing. I was exposed to a lot of pornography when I was younger,
Yeah.
so I didn't feel bad about being sexually molested. I was like, fine. I was like, okay, let's try it. You know, I never said no, and I was never scared.
You know, I really, you know what I like to do with this cousin of yours? I like to cut his nuts off with some lineman dikes, put it on one of those batting tees.
Smack him.
Give myself a nice softball bat and just whack one right into the gap between right and center field.
When I was a kid, I didn't think there was anything wrong with it because
But this is all, Zoe, you've not been treated at all for your sexual abuse.
No, I
Right.
treated myself.
No, there's no such thing as treating
Well,
oneself.
I'll tell you, I had sex at a young. I mean, I had like.
This is the story. This is sexual compulsivity. This is how you become a sexual compulsive. This is how sexuality becomes needs high levels of arousal, high levels of intensity and frequency in order to be okay. And you'll tend to sexualize your feelings a lot. A lot. They'll be thinking about sex a lot. Everything. When you have a feeling, you'll immediately go towards the sexual.
But I think that I've got it pretty much controlled, and I want to get your take on if I did or not. We have sex, and sometimes it's like cracking the ass once in a while, or little bites here and there, but never.
Listen, Zoe.
Hold on. Let her finish.
Yeah.
I'm getting wood. Keep going.
No, we have if I say, we got code words. If I say don't do that, or I say the code word, that means it hurts, or please stop. But we don't have sex frequently. We don't have to have sex every time we see each other. We
Right.
don't have wild sex every time. Maybe like once in every.
Hold on, Zoe. Let me ask you something. I brought this up before with the rough trade folks. Actually, the code word.
Yes.
See, I got a code word, and it works in the bedroom. It works in the office. It works out on the street. You know what it is? Hey, stop! I'm serious now.
I'm serious.
I'm serious.
No,
That's the only code you need is the
No,
I'm serious.
He loves football, and ours is a football player code word.
I know, but why do you gotta yell out Booby Clark's name? Is he still in the NFL?
No, it's not even like. I mean, it's just
Why do you got? I know. Okay, listen.
Are you gonna have any trouble being monogamous?
No, I had trouble before, but this is my second long-term relationship, and I was monogamous with my first one for 4 years.
All right, listen, Zoe.
Yes,
Here's
am I
what,
cured?
No. Here's what we have to say about this.
No.
You're a smart person, and smart people can
rationalize.
Smart people can become pretty functional because they have a high IQ, and you're doing just fine for someone who's been through what you've been through. But you're not interested in doing just fine. I mean, you want to do better, right?
Yes.
Why then treat yourself? I mean, you're doing all right, but all right isn't good enough. Why don't you get a little therapy and really work on it?
We are going to because we want to get married and we're going to go to a relationship counselor. But I just don't think it's an issue anymore. But he thinks it is.
Well,
it almost has to be. Almost, not necessarily, but it almost has to be. And I'm not worried about it. I think you'll be fine. I just but it's likely to have an effect at some point. And why not have that evaluated and see if you can't manage that better?
I mean, listen, if your partner thinks it's an issue, then it's an issue.
Right.
In a certain sense. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He's freaked out in some way. She's doing something else that she's not even aware of, probably.
Well, they're into, like, biting and poking, and they got a code word. There's a football player. You really want him yelling out a 300-pound black man's name when you're in bed with someone? I got to find out who this guy is. Who's the player?
If I say it, then he'll know. Okay, I'm from Washington. I don't think he's listening. It's Tui Yasasopo.
Right.
No.
That's good comedy, isn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
He'll die if he knows he was on.
All right. That's the quarterback for Washington.
Yeah.
That is.
Yes.
He won the Rose Bowl this year.
All right, baby.
Okay.
Happy slapping.
Adam.
There
Okay,
you go.
bye-bye.
Good times. Yeah. What a name to yell out, by the way.
That's what's funny.
I couldn't listen. You get a couple glasses of wine in me and a butt plug, and there's no way I'm getting Tuyasa Sopo out. I'm getting like Tuzapo Opala, Sabalopala, Studi Opala. Are you kidding? All right, Michelle.
It's breakdown.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Hey, Michelle. Oh, wait, that's not Michelle anyway. It's Michael. Michael.
Yeah.
You're 19.
Yes.
Just hold on a second.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Dr. Drew.
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah. Hang on.
Thanks for coming to UCI.
Oh, it was fun.
Good times. Hold on. He has a very interesting philosophical type question that we'll get to after this.
LoveLine will be right back. Call on the 1-800-LOVE-191.
Yeah, you're listening to that LoveLine show with Adam and Dr. Corolla right here on
94.7 NRK.
the New Rock Alternative.
This is the show known as LoveLine with your host Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
94.7 NRK.
Hey.
We'll talk more about it later.
LoveLine. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Where are we going?
We'll go Justin first, then
all right,
Michael.
Justin, then Michael. All right. Justin.
Hey there.
Hey, you're 15, Stoner. What's up?
Oh, boy.
Woo.
Yeah, you got to lay off the pot, dude.
Me and my girlfriend having anal sex, right? And
15.
Yeah, I don't even believe him.
I don't either, but I know he's smoking pot, though.
and the little piece between her vagina and her ass.
Yeah, ripped right open, right?
No, it didn't rip wide open. It ripped a little, and she was bleeding for at least an hour.
Yeah, you can rip there.
Oh.
Yeah, you can rip
Bad
there.
times.
Yeah.
But she did.
Yeah, no, you can rip there. 15.
What should we do?
I listening to Justin, I feel like somebody like an alien from the X-File who just came down upon someone wants to pick him up and study him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got to take this Justin and lay him out on a table.
Dissect him.
Dissect him, yeah.
Stoner autopsy. I think
Stoner, stonerotomy.
That was a Fox special. Stoner autopsy. We've you carefully remove the bandana and the OP shorts, and you just keep going.
Justin, did you take your girl? How old's your girlfriend?
She's 15 too.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about it. Did you take her to the doctor?
No, she didn't want to go. She was embarrassed.
Well, she can continue to have problems as a result of that tear.
Okay.
And they can be kind of serious as time goes along.
Jesse, you're staying away from that area now, right?
Yeah. We're staying away from the whole thing.
Great powers of deduction Justin has there, even through the fog of the marijuana.
I believe he thinks that there's some sort of anus god that is punishing him, and that's why he's staying away from that area.
I think his question is, does it unzip? I mean, if it starts opening from one end,
all right,
get something going on the other side.
What about it? It ripped a little, or there was some bleeding. She feels okay now?
She says it's hard to walk and it hurts.
Yeah, she's got to be seen, Justin. She really does.
Drew, you imagine your 15-year-old daughter comes limping into the living room. What's the matter, honey? You take a spill on your pony? No. Someone give you a Charlie horse? Or no, you fell down ice skating. No, just a good cornholing from my stoner boyfriend. Gonna have to take me into the hospital.
Let's celebrate. But were you and I talking about this the other day, that there was a TV show that Oprah or something about girls falling off bikes and ripping their hymens? And do you hear about this?
I did hear somebody discussing this, but I don't think it was us.
All right.
Is this going somewhere? Or?
I don't know why I brought it up, but just because this seems to be having lots of talk about perineal trauma.
She has to go get herself checked out.
Yes.
And she should say whatever she feels like saying, but whoever's looking at her will know what the truth is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter how she got it.
Right.
Just she can say what every other patient says that gets something in the anus or about the anus, which is she landed on it or something.
Right.
She sat on something.
Michael?
Yeah.
You're 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Well, DrDrew.com, thanks for coming to the Brent Event Center at UCI. It was great to meet you.
It was our pleasure. My pleasure. I had a good time there. I spoke at Irvine in their sort of basketball stadium, and I realized, I forgot to mention this when I was there, the last time I was at it was a basketball stadium, a different one, but the last time I was at Irvine in the basketball stadium, it was in 1974 to watch Jackson Brown.
Wow.
Is that amazing?
Hold on. For those of you who are born in this century, Jackson Brown is a folk singer who was very popular in Drew's heyday.
Wow.
What's up, Michael?
While I was waiting, I tried to look up workaholics on DrDrew.com, and there's nothing comes up.
Well, you're right. I should describe myself in great detail there. My name should come up when you...
Sorry, I should have gone to the biography first.
That's right.
So my question was, do workaholics and alcoholics get classified together? The one time I called AA, the guy said, yeah, of course, I'm an alcoholic, my dad was a workaholic, his dad was an alcoholic, it's all the same thing.
Well, it depends how you define workaholism. There's no doubt that the genetic basis of alcoholism leads to other progressive compulsive behaviors, usually built around a mechanism that I call thrill. In other words, thrill becomes a way of managing feelings, and gambling and excessive work, and particularly sort of swashbuckling kinds of activities.
Sorry, did you say there is evidence or there's no evidence?
No, there absolutely is. But you can also, and that's people with the gene will continue to engage in those compulsions. They will get worse in spite of consequences. That is different than people who are obsessive compulsive and work compulsively like I do.
Yeah, that's what you do,
yeah,
right?
I'm not the addict. I'm the compulsive type. And there tends not to be progressivity with that, but it can still cause consequences.
Yeah. Meaning you won't keep going. I won't spin out.
If I have a consequence, it's like, I think of it with cigarettes. To me, are the greatest example of this. Is that cigarettes make everyone compulsively preoccupied with tobacco. All humans, we will all get dependent on it and think about it and have trouble stopping it. But if you have a heart attack, you stop. If you're not an addict, if you're an addict, you're still smoking through your tracheostomy. You're still smoking in the coronary care unit. When the consequences hit, you keep going.
Nice. Okay. Good times. John.
Yeah.
You're 19.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm just so excited that I'm actually talking to you guys. I've been listening to you guys forever. I don't know how old I was since I started listening to this show, but thanks for letting me on the air. You guys are seriously the best.
Thanks for calling.
All right. I have kind of a serious question. I've been sexually active for about 2.5 years, and I have not once gotten off. I have not finished, or you basically ejaculated with somebody else.
Do you masturbate and ejaculate?
When I masturbate, I do.
And how long does it take?
It depends. the longest it's ever taken, I don't know, 5 minutes to 10 minutes.
The longest is 5 minutes, Adam. That's revealing.
All right. Well, listen, throw out the long and throw out the short, and we'll get the medium.
3 minutes. A few minutes.
Couple minutes, right?
A couple minutes, yeah.
What position are you in when you masturbate?
I've been sitting. I've been laying down. I think most of the time, though, I'm like sitting down, like either in a chair or on the couch or whatever.
Nice.
Could you well, that's not really the reproduce the position situation.
Are you straight or gay?
I am gay, but I have had sex with girls before too.
Huh.
I've I've like gotten head from both guys and girls. Guys, I don't know, like I've had anal sex, I've had vaginal sex, I've had oral sex, and like the best I think is just with my current boyfriend.
Yeah.
I've been with him for about 6 months, and it's like there's feelings there and stuff, and for a while I thought that was a huge issue. Maybe my emotions weren't into it as much, but now I've got a lot of emotion into it, and I'm not scared or anything. It's just I don't finish. It feels really good.
Yeah. All right. How about a BJ? That won't finish you off?
No, it doesn't. Like, I mean, I could be sitting there for like 5 minutes or more, and I don't even get off. I mean, it feels so good, but...
All right. Well, how about you finish yourself off and, have them be in the room?
Move closer with time.
It sounds ridiculous, but you essentially have to rehab your balls. Do you know what I'm saying, Drew?
I'm listening.
I mean, my grandmother's, she's in a rehab thing now. She hurt her hip, and it's like she has to walk, but they have to kind of help her.
Slowly.
People, now they stand around while she does it herself.
This is the opposite.
Eventually, they'll not be there when she's doing it.
And this is the opposite of moving away from. This is sort of connecting with more slowly.
Right.
Yeah.
Let them give you a little handy or a little BJ, and then you finish yourself off. But your penis gets used to them being in the room, kind of thing. And it's sort of like they're half responsible for it. And it just keeps going from there, right?
Yeah.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
Don't even think about touching that dial. LoveLine will be right back on the New Rock Alternative. Where's that voice guy at?
94.7 NRK.
LoveLine, create your LoveLine moment at 800-LOVE-191.
With your host, Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 94.7 NRK.
Hey, LoveLine it is. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. And it's back to the phones we go. We'll speak to Jake, who's 22. Jake?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Adam, you and Jimmy are great. I love your show. I watch it all the time. You guys are like godsend.
Thanks.
My question. I have a girlfriend. She's really pretty. We've been together for a while. She's got a banging body, but there's the problem that I'm having is she's like got a hairy ass crack, and I like seriously like almost like mine hairy. And I wanted to know like what a tactful like way to talk to her about it would be. I mean, I don't really want to upset her or anything like that. And
yeah, interesting point, because you hear a lot about the front area
being groomed,
but you forget about that hedge that grows between the last vertebra and the end of the beginning of the vagina.
My wife told me that when she got a bikini wax, they asked if that other area needed to be fixed as well.
Yeah, there are certain women who will do that for other women. Usually, tiny Asian women who have just a little bit of Gestapo in them,
lesbian Gestapo.
Lesbian Gestapo. You hold still. Yeah. You stop. Yeah, you bite on wooden spoon. Now hold still. You want manicure? You quiet down. This is good for you. Your hubby going like this. Yeah, there are these. I hear about these women. I mean, that's what women put themselves through, and you're going to have to. I don't know. It's going to be a tough one to broach. Yeah, that's a little disturbing. How is she in other departments? I mean, hair-wise.
Hair-wise? Oh, she's pretty much. I mean, she has some hair in her arms and stuff. She shaves like in the front, you know.
Right.
But yeah, everything. I mean, she's not like a hairy all over her body or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, you've been with her for how long?
About 6 months.
All right. Well, why don't you broach that subject in a playful way?
That's what I mean. That's what I'm asking about. I mean, like playful. I mean, like, how do you mean playful?
Well, first off, it may be the kind of thing that she doesn't even know about.
Yeah, right.
She knows about, but not
really.
Doesn't think about it.
Right.
Right. Okay.
And I'm sure she doesn't know. I'm sure if she thought for a second that you had a problem with it, she would probably address it.
So what? You're talking like tug on a little bit when I'm back there?
No.
Yeah.
No. Just bring it up.
And when do you bring it up, though? When you're being intimate?
No, because that's gonna everything will stop at that moment.
Yeah.
I think the bikini wax talk and.
Okay.
Do you have your own hair you need to take care of?
My own hair? I manage my own hair.
But I mean, can you get into the discussion by talking about your own problems?
Yeah, I guess that's the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you do a little shave job on your own hedge and see if that doesn't.
Do it. She could do it.
No,
then you can turn the.
Like you want a girl to get up in that area with a razor?
No.
What are you saying?
I mean, any kind of body pruning, and then he could turn the tables.
I think a woman needs to wax down there. Am I right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really shave down there,
true,
can you?
No.
Ann is shaking her head. No, you got to get the wax.
How often you wax down there, Ann?
And do you get that area waxed there?
The frontal area, not the back.
No, yeah, but you don't need the back.
No, but there are plenty of women who do get the Playboy wax, and that takes care of everything.
Whoa.
Yeah, the Playboy wax.
So that's what he.
She's got to get the Playboy wax.
And it just leaves that nice little strip in the front.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you get that underside there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a tough zone for a lot of the gals.
Do you want somebody ripping your hair?
There? No.
Adam, that would be like tearing off Santa Claus's beard.
Yes.
Think about that.
It would.
Ripping it off.
Listen, I would divulge any number of our nation's secrets if somebody held me in a room and threatened to tear that area off. Although I'm guessing it'd be a little taller order on me than it would be on most gals, or if not, I really pity the gal who has the same crack hair that I do. But you guys, she loves you, you love her, you just bring it up. And that's it. It's 6 months. It's time to start getting into the nitty-gritty of the relationship.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
The fart phase, we call that.
Yes. Shanna,
Yes.
you're 18?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, my baby's father hasn't been around lately, and I want to take full custody of the baby. But I'm not sure if a judge would give it to me.
Why not?
I don't know, because, now, the father has the right too.
Yeah, but what? He's not around.
Yeah, he comes up, maybe twice a month, whenever he feels guilty.
And what is it you want to preclude him from doing? Being around the child's life at all?
Yeah, because he doesn't seem to care. He just says, like today he was supposed to come, and he'll say, I'm going to be here today.
Why don't you appeal to the court?
Because I don't know, the people I've talked to and have kids, they said that the judge can grant, like if I take him to court, then even if he doesn't pay child support, they'll give him the permission to take the baby over to his house.
Why don't you take issue with that? That you don't trust him, you have a reason to believe it could be damaging.
Well, his sister-in-law does. I know she does drugs. They smoke too much.
Okay,
but I mean...
All right, hey, Shanna?
Uh-huh.
What do you think we're going to do? Grant you sole custody over the phone?
No, it's just I was just wondering if there is a possible chance that they would give me custody.
Yes.
Full custody.
Yes, there's a
appeal to the court.
There's a very good chance they would give you that.
Appeal to the court, okay? Go through the necessary legal channels. Go for full custody. That's fine. Might go for what do they call it when visitation has to be observed? If he wants to
insist. That's the thing. I just don't want it, and I want to move out of state this year.
Well, then talk to the courts about that. But clearly, you have reason to believe that the relationship with him.
Well, why don't you talk to him first? Do you think he'll have a problem with it?
I've given him many, many chances. I told him at the hospital,
well, before you sign the birth certificate, are you sure that you want to be there? I told him, we're not playing games anymore.
I know, but why don't you tell him you and your child are planning on moving out of state? He might be relieved.
He might block it, though.
No, I already asked him for custody of the baby. He says no, that's his baby, and he's not going to give it to me. It's
All
just
right.
plain and simple.
Oh, my
All
God.
right.
What is with people?
And you guys can't have a sort of amiable relationship on behalf of the child? Do you know what I mean?
I've honestly tried. I put aside the fact that he left me when I was 7 months pregnant, and I walk in on him.
But why walk in on him?
Yeah,
Doing what?
well, in the shower
Doing what?
with his other girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and say that part. All right. So,
You know,
all stuff for the judge to hear.
Yeah.
But I thought they won't care
All
about
right.
that.
Now
'cause we're
listen.
not married.
Listen to me, goofball. You need to talk to an organization that gives free counsel with this kind of stuff. There's plenty of them out there.
Uh-huh.
They call a little pro bono work.
Legal Aid Society.
That's right. They'll help you out, and then you go into court and you take care of this.
Yeah.
Okay? Just say he's a junkie. Rachel,
Yes.
you're 23.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Well, I have been in a relationship for 4 years now, 2 in which I've been engaged. And for some reason, my fiance...
Hold on.
Say that again? You've been in what? 4 years?
I've been in a relationship
For 4 years.
for 4 years, 2 of which I've been engaged.
I see. 2 of those years you've been engaged.
Oh, to the same
last
person.
2 years,
Yes.
we've been engaged.
I see.
Right.
Christmas Eve one year, the engagement thing, all really sweet and fine. But he doesn't want to get married. And he says the reason being, which I've even asked a few people myself, is when you get married, it seems like the relationship changes for the worse. Like, for example, right now, the 2 of us, the relationship's great. We're like best friends. You know what I mean? But it seems like when people get married, that all kind of changes. And I mean, I've even asked, some other people, or some even people just say, you know what I mean? Things do change when you get married.
Rachel.
Yeah.
That is nuts. You're buying his load of crap.
So
How old is he?
he's 29. Well, see, now he's been married before, and it was a really, really bad relationship.
Why? What was the problem?
She's like, once they had a child together, she went kind of nuts, so to speak.
All right.
You know what I mean?
What? No, I don't know. What happened?
She's like a total loser. You know what I mean? Once she had this child, she's a really bad mom. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so now
Does he have custody of the child?
he has joint custody.
I see.
And for some reason in the city we live in, I mean, we've even taken it into court that, this child she's in 2nd grade. She's been in like 7 different schools and, lived with like 6 different guys. And I mean, it's just really hard to take a child away from the mother in the city we live in.
In the country you live in, okay?
No, I live in the city of Cincinnati.
In the country you live. Oh boy.
Well, no,
he's found
in
another
the state
one.
of Ohio, it's not hard. It's just for some reason here in Hamilton County, it's impossible to do. I don't know why, but I mean, could that be
How
why?
do you know it's easier in Ohio than it is in Hamilton County?
How do I know?
Yeah.
Well, just because of I have friends, or what I mean.
Rachel.
Even the attorney, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. All right. So listen, he got in a crappy relationship. He's got a kid. He's got he got himself into a bad situation.
And he's afraid it's going to happen again.
And he's a little freaked out. All right.
Okay.
You're 23. You got a couple of years before you got to put the full court press on.
Right. Well, I understand that, and I'm not in a hurry. Someday, you know what I mean, I do want to get married, and, probably to this person. Well, like, Dr. Drew, you're married, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Adam, you're not married, right?
Right.
I just saw
I'm
you
married.
the other night on Jay Leno, and I know he asked you, do you have a girlfriend?
All right.
You said, yeah.
Well, listen, I'm married.
When you got married, Dr. Drew, did it seem different?
Yes, things got better.
That's right.
Better how?
She used to kick him in the nuts 3 times a week, and it immediately went down the tube.
Honestly, I always men think this way, and I was no exception. That you sort of think in terms of, you live your life as a single person, and then you get married, and then you die. And so I expected marriage to be some sort of terminal event, and not to be all that wonderful. And it was immediately something that I found wonderful. And
Right.
it's not been.
Now he regrets it, but for the first 6 months. Hey, Rachel.
Yeah.
Listen, baby, what's up with you?
What do you mean?
Well, it's like you sit here and you say, I talked to some friends. They said that marriage wasn't. I saw you on Leno. Drew, what's it like for you?
Yeah.
I mean, you're 23. You have feelings, right? I mean, why don't you trust your instincts?
Right. You're way up in your head, rationalizing everything.
Yeah. Why don't you get out of your head a little bit?
Well, it's not that. It's just that I guess maybe I kind of want to know for myself, is it, once we get married, are we not going to be best friends anymore?
No, listen, there's good marriages, there's bad marriages.
Well, sure.
Okay.
What do you think is magical about marriage that changes things for the worst? But what is that magical thing that happens? What would that be?
This guy's a little freaked out. He had a bad relationship. You're 23. Just cruise for a couple more years, and if he ain't coming around by then it's time to move on.
I think engagements that go more than a year are suspect.
Yes. But like I said, 23, relax.
Yeah.
And a kid ain't going to fix it with him.
No.
So don't start going down that path. Christine?
Hi.
Hey, you're 26. What's up?
Yes, I am. Thanks for taking my call. I have a comment. I was sexually molested by my brother from the age of 5 to 12.
Good times.
Yeah, exactly. And when I was 15, I brought it to my parents' attention, and I was in therapy for 3 years, and then I went off to school and started living my life. And about 2 years ago, things started coming up again, and so I put myself back into therapy. And my comment, I know it was discussed earlier tonight, just for the listeners, if you have been sexually abused sometime in your life, it really does affect everything, every aspect of your life.
Even though you think it doesn't, you've dealt with it. You've dealt with it. I've dealt with it. Oh, it's not an issue to me anymore. But it sort of permeates your brain chemistry.
Yes, it's like the relationships that I pick with people, to I'm very compulsive. I'm a workaholic. Everything is just incredible. And to me...
How has it gotten better with therapy?
Well, just it's like I am very successful, but I've had a lot of chaos around me, and I never really understood why. And just therapy is just really, first of all, it's like I realize that's not my fault. It's okay for me to talk about, and it's something that has happened to a lot of people, and it's okay, and I'm a survivor. And as horrible as it was, I truly feel that in a way, look how strong that I am because of it. And I truly feel that there isn't anything that I can't accomplish now because of what happened to me when I was younger.
What's up with your brother now? Do you still have a relationship with him?
We went about 4 years where we did not speak, and it was really horrible because my parents are still together. They've been married for over 30 years, but they almost, the family was literally torn apart, and it was just this big fiasco. But now no, we really don't talk. I mean, we do, but I don't. It's really hard because
that's fine.
My parents wanted to pretend like everything was okay, and that they'd have the holidays with me, and then they'd have separate holidays with him. And I mean, it was very, very, very hard on the family. And I came from a nice, strong upper middle class family, and that's not supposed to happen, but it does all the time.
Sure.
All right.
So
a couple of things. Who sexually abused him?
My mother's half-sister when he was younger, and our neighbor.
Wow. A woman sexually abused him.
Nice.
What? I'm sorry, what?
A woman sexually abused him?
Yes.
Wow. That's
and a man, so...
Okay, so that's where that's where that sort of came into the family.
Right.
And then secondly, let's give people a little hope for those who have, who have had history of sexual abuse. Is it not the case that through therapy now you have less chaos?
Absolutely.
That you attract better people?
Absolutely.
And that you have more gratifying relationships?
Absolutely, but I have to tell you that it was really hard. The reason I put myself back in therapy was because I was attracting men that were emotionally unavailable. Actually, they were gay, okay, and I didn't know it until it was really, really hard for me because I couldn't figure out why I wasn't having successful relationships, and I was really depressed about it. And so that was my initial reason for going back to the therapy. And then once I started therapy, I realized, God, Christine, it's really because of what happened when you were younger. This is just a symptom of how you're really feeling inside.
Great.
All right. So. Well, good times. I mean, gay guys are usually too emotionally available. That's my problem with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said they were emotionally unavailable.
Yeah.
There's too much emotion with those gays. It's my big beef with the gays. You've
always said that. Yeah.
I've always said my problem with the gays is too much available emotion. I don't want to hear about it. All right. Well, Christine,
God bless you. Enjoy.
Keep going to that therapy, baby. Keep making your life work. It is not a death sentence, this molestation. Matt?
Hey, how's it going tonight?
Hey, you're 19. What's going on there?
Well, I have two questions, actually, and I feel really bad because I know you guys get this a lot. I did make up my first question because I didn't think that you guys would actually take my two real questions.
All right, what are they?
The first one is more aimed towards Dr. Drew. If I occasionally smoke pot, and I didn't know whether or not the THC, like, in the seeds actually would make me sterile.
No.
No?
No. Just the marijuana will suppress your testosterone levels. Sure.
Will?
Yeah, just pot will, but nothing about the seeds.
All right, next question.
Second question is, I have a girlfriend, and we have sex fairly often, like about 2 times a week, and I do masturbate, and it seems as though sometimes I can only ejaculate if I'm in the same position that I was when I was masturbating.
That's the Corolla syndrome.
Excuse me?
Thank you. Yeah, well, that's what happens. Your penis and your ass and your balls are used to a certain position.
Is it just like, if that's the way you're doing it, then is it going to carry over?
It works that way for a lot of guys. Here's what you got to do. You got to move around. I now masturbate. I run in place when I masturbate. Oh, yes. I have that kind of range now.
While driving?
While driving, while skipping rope.
Pogo sticking?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
All right. You idiot.
Well,
listen, Sam, I am. It's masturbating in a plane, in a train.
With a mouse in a house.
With a fox in a box. Hold on. Was Dr. Seuss really a genius? You know what I mean? He rhymed fox and box.
Yeah.
You know, I've rambled on before about how most folks that publish children's books are basically retards who can't write normal books.
Yeah.
But they still get a lot of credit for publishing a book, even if there's 3 words a page. Dr. Seuss is considered the sort of pinnacle of children's books and a genius.
Yeah.
Still, read Green Eggs and Ham. Would you eat these green eggs in a plane? No. In a train? No. In a fox?
I would not,
no.
could not. In a car?
In a
I
car?
would not, could not.
Right. Sniffing
With a
tar in a box. You could almost vamp it as fast as he could.
Some of his stuff is really super. I've had to read all of them to my kids.
I was saying to Jimmy today, what happened to Horton Hears a Who?
Horton Hears a Who, but Horton lays an egg.
Oh, I didn't even know about that one.
Oh, yeah, he sits on an egg in a tree.
Yeah, but isn't that Horton Hears a Who? That's Horton Hears a Who. Did Horton lay an egg too?
No, he keeps the egg. He hatches an egg.
No, he heard a Who.
Yeah, that's the one I haven't seen. But I believe I've read, I think, just about every other Dr. Seuss book to my kids.
Good time.
Fox and Socks. Another genius.
All right, don't you start making fun of him. Kelly?
Yeah, hi.
You're 16. What's up?
Yeah, okay, well, I'm pretty sure that my mom has a drinking problem, and she pretty much is drunk, like, once or 2 times a week, and she, like, drinks and drives a lot.
Oh, boy.
After work, like, she'll come home, and I can totally smell it on her breath. I mean, she's not, like, drunk, but, I can tell she's been drinking, and like, I've tried to confront her about it, but she gets really insecure. And
where's your dad?
My parents are divorced.
Can you talk to your dad about this?
I don't know. I don't really feel that comfortable talking to my dad.
Well, you should though. This is something he could maybe help you out with. And if you have 2 options basically. One is talk to dad, get his help because you've already talked to mom, and the second is to go to Alateen and get some support and start working on yourself, because that's really all you can do in the long run. You can't change her.
Is your dad involved with your life?
Yeah, I see him about every other weekend.
But Kelly, it'd be really important for you to go to Alateen. It really would.
Alateen.
And it turns out when important people in an alcoholic's life begin changing and getting support and pulling away, the alcoholic gets a little freaked out, and that's often what gets them to treatment.
Yeah, like she feels like we're all against her, like.
Yeah, but that's her. And if you had a support network to go to when she got like that, a sponsor you could call, people you could turn to, a group you could go to, she wouldn't keep that crap up because you would have no part of it. Okay?
Right. Alateen, Kelly. You got that?
Alateen?
Alateen.
Yeah, like alcohol teen.
So I shouldn't try talking to her again or anything?
Yeah, sure, but you can't change her, and you need to take care of yourself. And I don't think it's going to go anywhere talking to her. You can certainly talk to your dad, but think about Alateen, okay?
Alateen?
Yes, Alateen.
Okay.
All right, baby. Take care of yourself. All right, thank you. I wish one of my parents was an alcoholic. I wish my dad hit the sauce.
So you'd have some reason for
something to talk about.
Yeah.
My dad just sits there. I think my dad died in 1982. I really do. I think my dad's like the guy from Weekend at Bernie's. Really.
Yeah.
He's just like a stuffed animal.
Nice.
He just sits there. A little booze every once in a while, and you get liquored up. Get no fight with him or get liquored up. Do one of those like dad things where he like gets you in the hand like, I tell you about women, they're evil. All of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those dad things.
Yeah.
I think a little booze is nice for a dad. Mom's tough. Mom, that's rough.
Nice.
Mom's get a little,
sketchy.
A little sketchy, yeah. My mom has a glass of red wine, makes an ass of herself every Thanksgiving. Half a glass of red wine. All right, we will take ourselves a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to Michael. He's 24, got a girl pregnant, and he wants proof. And we're going to get to the bottom of this after this.
LoveLine will be right back, so get your problems ready.
Don't you dare go away. LoveLine will be right back with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew right here on the New Rock Alternative.
94.7 NRK.
It's LoveLine. LoveLine! 39 kilowatts. Oh my, it's LoveLine.
94.7 NRK.
Yeah. LoveLine. Oh, Adam, that's Drew over there. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191.
Moving through some calls for a change tonight.
There we go. We're going to keep going. We're talking to Phil. Phil is 26. Phil?
How dare you?
What's up there, Phil?
How could you talk about Dr. Seuss like that?
Oh, yeah. Engineer Anderson just came in here. He was outraged, too. He wrote a thesis on Dr. Seuss.
Very disappointed in you.
Listen,
Luke Luck licks lakes. Luke likes lakes.
I like Dr. Seuss. I do believe the guy was a talent. I'm just saying, in a box with a fox.
Do you know what? Before I get into Dr. You know what bugs me most about Dr. Seuss is the people that have tried to adapt his language since then. I think one of these kid stations had the Wubulous World of Dr. Seuss.
Mm-hmm.
He never made any weird nouns.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I mean, or it was always just weird use of words and interesting sort of creations, proper nouns.
I think it's very creative for kids.
Yes, it is. I'm just saying, I don't know.
It gets their vocabulary stirring.
I don't know how great a genius he was. I'd say a talented guy. I'll leave it at that. That's it, Phil?
Well.
Yes.
Actually, I wanted to know, Dr. Drew, if you have any recommendations for little endurance in the bed, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. How to go longer with your masturbation?
Yes.
Drew, how does a man hold off longer?
With himself?
Or with an elf?
With an elf?
Doing a little Dr. Seuss there, you idiot.
I couldn't think of anything wrong.
Oh, I see. On a shelf.
He can get a girlfriend and kind of work it out.
Okay.
That's the deal.
Yes. Get a girl, work it out. There you go. Dustin?
Yes.
You're 26. What's up?
Well, it's okay. It's kind of a complicated problem.
Well, hurry.
Okay, first half of my life, I have a one-track mind. It's something people have had commented on pretty much all my life. Maybe I only believed that it was so, but it had a bit of an effect. Now, the last couple of years...
Hold on. The first half of your life...
So until you were 13...
you had a one-track mind.
Yeah.
You were obsessive compulsive? Is that what you mean?
Well, this is a problem until about...
Well, hold on one second. Usually when you say you have a one-track mind, you then spit out what it is the track was on.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What was it?
See, that's the thing. It would only be one thing at a time. I'd be very single-minded about things.
Well, give us an example.
Okay. Let's say I wanted to accomplish something,
Such as?
Well, a project.
Such as? He's going to hang up on you if you don't get more specific with us.
I'm sorry. Okay, let's say I had something that I wanted.
Such as? Oh, yeah.
See ya, retardo.
Yeah.
I have a one-track mind. Give us an example of one of those things. Well, a project. No, be more specific. What type of project? Well, like something I was working on. I'm going to hang up on you. No. Like, I was thinking about doing something
that I wanted.
All right. Dustin, hang on for just another
half hour.
Yeah. Okay. Gary?
Hello?
You're 24. What's up?
Hey, first of all, I want to say that I've been listening to you guys off and on since the Poor Man days. So.
Wow. How old are you? 24.
Yeah.
Jesus. Been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. But anyway, I recently got married to someone that I was with friends first. And she comes from a traditional family. I too, we didn't have sexual relations before we got married.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're married, and I'm having trouble having sexual relations with her.
Mm-hmm.
And the primary reason is because, I mean, I can't see her. I mean, for some reason, I need to see him in, like, a dirty way. And I can't see her as, like, in a slutty way. And, I just don't get sexually aroused.
How come you didn't know this before you got married?
Because, I never felt this way about anybody.
Well, this is another no answer. How come you didn't feel like you didn't notice that you weren't having sexual feelings toward her?
He doesn't know. They didn't have sex.
Yeah, but he has no sexual feeling towards her. Wouldn't you have known?
I do. But I'm sexually attracted to her. But I feel really bad. I have to think of.
Yeah. I know. Listen, I feel your pain, brother. No, I know what you're talking about.
Right.
You can't have an intimate thing. You have to have like an animal thing.
Yeah, like a dirty
physical
animal,
thing.
raw and dirty thing.
Yeah.
But is that just because she won't cooperate, won't go down that road?
No, she would. She would, but it's hard for me because I love the way I love her. It's really hard for me to think of her. And I was friends with her for about 4 years, and I knew the way she was and that she hadn't been with anyone, so I always kept myself from thinking of her in that way when we were just friends.
Something missing here.
Yeah, all right.
Something missing.
How do you get along with your mom?
Pretty good.
Yeah, you love her?
Yeah.
She good to you? Good woman?
Yeah, very good woman.
All right. And are you saying that would you like your girlfriend to put on, some stiletto heels and a leather teddy?
I don't know. I don't know if that would work.
No, he can't go there with her.
Well, is that what you want from her, or do you have to?
I don't want that. I want to be able to do that without having her to put that kind of stuff on.
I know, but like when you have sex with her, do you have to like picture her being raped, or do you have to pull her hair or something like that?
I have to think of her like. No, I don't. But that's why it's been really hard for me to really go at it with her.
Can you perform sexually with her?
Yeah, I can, but it's not very often. I don't get the urge to very often, and
all right. But listen,
there's something missing.
Listen,
here.
Gary.
No, Gary.
We're not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
Now listen to me.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get some clarity here.
Okay.
When you have sex with her, do you have to put her in sort of demeaning situations in your mind,
or would you like to but can't?
I would like to sometimes. The thing is that for me to do it often, yes, I would have to do that.
Right. Okay. All right. Hold on. I can't. I feel like I don't know. I'm just gonna kill myself.
Why?
I don't know. Because it was like our last two calls. I couldn't get anything out of them. I'm not exactly sure.
But Gary,
what he's saying.
I think there's a lot more here than we're going to get at with Gary. A lot. Think about this. Just think about how much it would take to get in. First of all, he has this very strange, idealized notion of her. I kept her protected. I wouldn't think of her that way, that awful way, that sexual way. All kinds of weird feelings about his sexuality, all kinds of idealized feelings about her. Then I let that in, but then we still didn't have sex because I know how she is. I protect her. Then I marry this person? I mean, what a leap is that? And then, oh, surprise, I have no sexual feelings towards her.
All right.
It's just a mess, They need couples therapy, seriously.
Okay, but and listen, everybody, here's the new rule that I'll forget about in the next 10 minutes on this show, which is if you call in and you say, you know, I have a wife, I love her very much, but I do have fantasies about putting her in demeaning situations, or I have rape fantasies or such and so on, and you basically explained to us that you need to humiliate her or whatever, and then 2 minutes later, I regurgitate it back to you just so I can make sure we're on the same page, which is, so you can't get it up unless you're thinking about your wife being raped. Don't get defensive and go, no, it's not that, because now we're nowhere.
No, but you missed what he said. What he said was...
But we get that a lot, what I just
know,
did.
yes, we
and
did.
now we're
Yes, we
back
did.
to zero.
But his thing was he needs to do that to women, but he can't do that to her. He can't go there with that fantasy with her. He's too idealized. She's too pure. He can't have the one he wants to have with her, or that he needs to have in order to function sexually with a woman.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't too far off.
No, but that's what he was trying to. That's why he was sort of pushing back a little bit.
Right.
Well, it's not that. I can't have that fantasy.
Okay. Well, whatever it is, you two get into some counseling.
Yep.
There you go.
Because can you imagine living like that? I mean, how long would that marriage last?
Oh, I don't know. I think I could string it along for 20 years. Michael?
Oh, yes. Hi.
Yes, you're 24. What's up?
6 years ago, I had a unprotected sexual encounter with a girlfriend of mine, and 3 days later, she calls me and said she was pregnant. Now, you know, I talked to a nurse.
Not possible. It's not possible.
Yeah, I talked to a nurse friend of mine, and she said exactly that.
Yep.
Now, regardless of that, I gave her the benefit of the doubt and told her, you know, give me a call in 9 months and we'll have a paternity test. She was very upset, and I haven't spoken with her since. Now I'm in a serious relationship. I'm thinking of getting married, and I don't, you know, want this hanging over my life.
So what do you want to do?
Show back up.
What are you going to do?
Well, I've been thinking of trying to call her, but my only route is her family.
No, listen. You called her bluff
6 years ago.
You called her bluff. She ran out. You know it's not your child because it was 3 days later. What's the deal?
Listen, you would have heard from her in the past 6 years.
You know, that's what I keep telling myself.
Yes.
It's like this wait.
Listen, forget about what you tell yourself. I'm telling yourself that. Don't worry about it. It's done.
Yeah.
Now,
And it wasn't in the first place.
Okay, but here's something to think about. You're thinking about getting married, and you're thinking about reasons why it ain't going to work.
The marriage.
You know what I'm saying?
The burdens.
A lot of people think of this as responsible, but it's a little neurotic.
Yeah.
It's 6 years ago. And by the way, that's 6 years from 18 to 24. Might as well be 106 years.
It feels not just a little bit like what the burden is going to be, but like reasons not to get married is what it feels like.
Hey, genius.
Yeah.
I said that like.
No, I think you said it was a burden. You were looking for.
No, you got off on that tangent.
Right.
You know what you do, Drew?
Yeah.
Let me tell you the genius of Drew.
I hear what I want to hear.
Take my idea.
Make it mine.
You spin it off another direction for a second. Then you come back to my idea, but you claim this one as your own.
This one is mine.
No, it is not. How dare you take my idea? Yeah, he's getting close to marriage, and he's got to start looking around for reasons that it might not work out.
Right.
Think about that, Michael. Don't contact this girl. We'll be back.
Hello, this is your radio. LoveLine will be right back.
Tonight, LoveLine is brought to you by Car Toys on 94.7 NRK, the new rock alternative.
Welcome back.
So glad you're here.
LoveLine.
What's up, huh? We're back. 94.7 NRK.
Hey, yeah. LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Drew. And this is you with the phone calls. Louie, you're 18.
Hello?
What's up, Louie?
I was physically abused by my two older brothers and by my cousin.
Yeah. What'd they do to you?
They never entered me, but they would lay me down on a counter, and they'd between the counter and my back body, they would sexually abuse me.
Okay. Have you told anybody about this?
No.
How about your parents? Would they listen to this?
They know that my cousin abused me once.
Okay, so they're aware of this, right?
They only know about one incident.
They what?
They only know about one incident.
Okay, why don't you tell them there's some more and maybe you can get some help for this?
What are you doing now, Louie? I don't mean right this second, but in general. You going
school?
You going to high school?
No.
You working?
Yes.
How's your job?
They just barely caught me 2 days ago stealing food.
Stealing food?
Yeah.
And are they going to fire you?
No. Well, they wrote me up for it, but I don't know. No.
I see. So you never got any counseling? You never talked to anybody about this?
I got counseling for it, but my parents would go with me, and they'd be the only ones talking. I never got a say in it.
Why don't you call the same counselor and go by yourself, since they have some familiarity with your situation?
Well, this could have been a long time ago.
I don't have insurance no more. I barely work, and I barely have a couple of. I'm addicted to weed.
Yeah.
I was addicted to crack, but I stopped. I haven't smoked for 2 weeks.
So hey, Louie.
2 weeks. 2 weeks off crack.
Well, it's better than 2 days. Louie, so you're living at home.
Yeah.
Who lives with you?
My dad, my mom, my 2 younger brothers.
I see. And are you getting in any trouble?
Not lately.
Okay. And what about your older brothers? They moved out?
One of them lives in the back house. Because we have the front house and then we have a back house.
Uh-huh.
He lives in the back.
Right. Do you have friends, Louie?
No.
You don't really have any?
The only people that I talk to, they all smoke weed, and that's the only reason we talk to each other.
Right.
Either I have a hookup or they have a hookup.
Yeah.
That's it. We don't talk. We don't I don't even see them. I stay in my room 24/7.
You sound like someone though that would be certainly capable of friendships if you reached out a little bit.
Hey, Louie.
Yes.
You know what you need besides a little counseling? I mean, all right. Let me just tell you something, Louie. You're in a bad position right now in your life. I mean, you really are.
It's an awful time too.
It's
that
a
age.
bad time. I was in your position. I mean, I wasn't molested, but I didn't know what I was going to do. I had crappy jobs. My parents didn't give a rat's ass. You have to start asserting yourself and making your own life. You need to find friends. You need to find something that turns you on. I mean, you need to.
I have a girlfriend.
Good.
I had a girlfriend.
Yeah, but I don't even mean turns you on as far as sexually. I just mean something you like to do.
A passion.
Yeah. I don't care if it's shooting hoop or origami. You got to find the S word.
My bad.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Hold on.
All right. Louie, but listen. You have to, don't steal food from work.
Yeah. You know what? It's fend for yourself. My mom doesn't cook. She cooked today. She actually cooked some pretty good food today.
Yeah, but listen.
She hasn't cooked. She was gone to Mexico for a week, for a month.
But Louie, listen to what I'm telling you. Your parents are idiots. Your brothers are idiots. It's a bad situation that you got born into. You know that, right?
You know what?
What?
I was abused, and I abused too.
Yeah, I felt that. Did you abuse your little brothers?
No.
Okay.
I did abuse my 2 little brothers. brother to abuse my nephew.
That's what happens. I just could feel that guilt coming from her.
All right, hey Louie, listen, don't blame yourself. Get yourself some help. Get yourself some therapy. Work hard. Get a job that you like. Get involved with something. You need to get a job. You need to get a job like a apprentice carpenter or mason or something like that. Oh, is my mic going? Yeah. And get involved.
And here's an abuse hotline too. It's child abuse hotline 1-800-540-4000. 1-800, easy number, 540-4000.
All right. Oh boy. Thank God there's 10 brothers. Jesus Christ. Everyone's just goosing everyone, every nephew. All right. Nina?
Yeah.
You're 19.
I'm 19, and I got a problem.
Yeah.
My boyfriend, he's 30, and I'm 19, and we've been together for about just over 5 years.
Whoa. So he was 25 and you were 14?
Yeah.
Doesn't bother you now that you're 19? Think about that 25-year-old.
No, it bothers me.
Yeah.
Back then, it went right over my head. I mean,
Sure.
I could have cared less, but no.
Well, no, okay, you were flattered. You didn't know you were dealing with a guy that was severely disturbed, flawed.
No, I was just madly in love with this older cool guy.
Oh, he sounds like a dynamite individual. I'd like to get to know him better.
Yeah, how could you pass up that?
Yeah.
So now what?
Now when we have sex, I think he wants me to be a little girl. But when I tell him that he likes little girls, I mean like little girls, like 12, you know?
Right. Like how old you were when he first started dating you?
Yeah, when I confront him with that, he's like, no, of course not. I like you. You're what I like. But when we're actually sleeping together,
yeah.
I don't want to be real graphic or anything, but he wants me to do like little girl things.
Like what?
Say, like, oh, daddy, and
yeah,
daddy, put it there, daddy, do that.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of, at first, I was kind of into it just because he was into it.
Yeah. Hey, Nina.
Yeah.
Don't have kids with this guy.
How shocking is it that this guy turns out to be a piece of work?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
He did some time in jail. And he's definitely a piece of work. I won't deny that for a second. He's certainly an asshole, but I'm sorry.
All right. So what's up with you?
Yeah, she's laughing and
you have to ask that, huh?
gaily telling us, he's an asshole. Of course he's an asshole.
What'd your dad do to you?
My dad's great. He's a great dad.
No, he's not. He's horrible.
He's good now. What was he like when you were 4?
He wasn't there.
Yeah.
He had his job, he's a pharmaceutical manager, and it keeps him out of town 3 to 4 days out of the week. So he wasn't really over there. But, it's not like he was off with another woman.
All right,
working, but
okay. Listen. This boyfriend of yours, this guy's a real piece of ass.
I know.
Why don't you get out of this relationship? You're an adult now. He's still a freaked out kid.
Pedophile.
He's a pedophile.
Would you consider that a pedophile?
Yes. Guy's 25 and you're 14. The guy should be, I was going to say he should be arrested, but he's already been arrested. What was he in jail for?
Parole violation.
A wide variety of things. He was never in jail for drugs, which is surprising, but hitting a cop car with his truck.
Yeah.
While drunk.
What?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay.
No, not drinking. Just doing it on purpose and not to escape.
Okay. The guy needs a bullet in his head. Do you hear me? Listen, I really mean it.
He loves me.
Yeah, he loves me. He loves pizza, too. Who cares? You idiot. He loves you like a little girl, like a rag doll. Come on, everybody. Jesus Christ. You see what you do, Dad, to your girls? All you crappy dads out there? You see what you do to them? You ruin them. You scramble their brain like an egg. They don't know anything. They're 14. They date 25-year-olds, and they think, but he loves me. Yeah, he rams cop cars. He does a little time. He wants me to lick a oversized sucker and put my hair in pigtails. He loves me. You see, Dad? Good. You see what you get, Dad? Yeah. Real funny now, isn't it? Hope you had a good time on all those trips. All that neglect. All that abuse. Yeah, now you got a screwed up girls with a felon. Enjoy. Have them little felon grandkids run around the house stealing stuff. Fantastic. You really did a great job. You should applaud yourselves, you screwball dads. All right, want to take a little break?
Yeah, sir.
All right, we'll do that.
LoveLine will be right back. LoveLine will be right back. LoveLine
Yeah, you're listening to LoveLine right here on Portland's new rock alternative. It's 94.7 KNRK.
Who are these two people? What makes them tick?
LoveLine, Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew. It's on the new rock alternative. 94.7 NRK.
Nick? Well, there you go. Another fantabulous episode of LoveLine in the can. Another fantabulous week of LoveLine in the can. I want to thank Lauren for doing a great job on the phones at least half the week. Sarah for doing a great job on the phones. I want to thank producer Ann for putting her feminine stink all over the show. I want to thank the ever-changing hair.
That would be hair.
And head, too, because emotionally the guy, he's all over the map. Anderson for doing a great job. Anderson,
he loves that Dr. Seuss.
Engineer Anderson wrote a thesis on Dr. Seuss. Well, you peel him, he's like an onion, man. He just keeps going, that guy. So until next time, this is Adam Carolla of Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Wilkins Ingold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.